Art as testimonials. That is how Washington, D.C.-based artist Edward Young III defines his paintings. A self-taught visual artist, Edward's passion for painting started as a young man growing up in Maryland. A number of his artworks appear around the Washington, D.C. region, from murals in courtrooms to paintings in schools and other local institutions. He says that over the years, he developed a form of artistic expression that challenges traditional notions of aesthetics and representation to tell a range of stories that reflect themes like homelessness, war, and others that challenge the viewer to think critically as they engage with abstract ideas. Edward joined me in studio. So, how did you start on your journey to becoming a visual artist, and what inspired you?
To be honest with you, it was always there. It was just things that had to come about. I call my artwork testimonial.
Testimonials?
Yeah,
okay.
So it comes with a price. Sometimes I stop because I need to experience more in order to continue to go.
What kind of testimonials?
What we go through day to day. I like painting things that we deal with inside, because everybody can relate to that.
Okay.
I'm not too worried about the outside. If you see a lot of my work, you will not see faces, or you'll see maybe
abstract.
Yeah. Because
you're trying to describe what is happening internally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But body language, I was taught to always pay attention to. Body language. Yeah. So I've studied that more than anything.
What kind of struggles or tensions usually are reflected in your art?
Some came from decision making. Some came from things that I maybe had asked for, but I wasn't prepared to keep it. So I had to go through some things in order to learn. So when I get to there, I can keep it.
When you paint, when you make this great artwork, how hard is it for you to get rid of it in terms of either selling it or giving it away? Do you feel any type of attachment to your artwork?
I do, but it's bigger than me. So
the art is bigger than you?
Yeah. Back to testimonial. A testimony has to be given.
Can you discuss a piece of artwork that holds any particular significance to you? And what's the story behind it? Let's talk about the one with the flag.
Okay. With that, it was called Souls of America. It was for the people who fought for civil rights and fought wars with other countries in order for people to have rights in general. Sometimes I think they're forgotten. You can ride down the street and see people under bridges and things of that nature. So
talking about homeless?
Yes. So definitely we have short memories. And so with a painting on the wall, it's hard to forget.
Can you describe to us what we see? We see a flag in there that's kind of bleeding out.
Yeah, the flag.
What are some of those features in?
Well, the one with the partial face and the cross in the eye, that's just tension, the cracking of certain things, because I don't believe we're always on one accord at times. It's not the mistake. I always look at it as more of the remorse. I think it's less remorse than it was back then, and that's scary.
Yeah,
that's scary.
At what age did you start painting?
I used to get butt whoopings for drawing on the walls.
In high school?
From my dad as a little kid.
Elementary school?
Yeah, elementary.
Yeah.
And our gentleman tore a paper up, and because I used to sell them for 10 cents to get some lunch money or whatever. And he told me the picture was ugly, tore it up in my face, felt like my heart dropped.
Wow.
All the way down to my feet. But I love them because I never put a pencil or paintbrush down after that.
It inspired you?
Oh, it was where the rubber met the road.
Did you go to art school?
Yeah, for graphic designs.
Okay.
Art Institute of Washington.
Okay.
Yeah, I went there, but I was drawing well before that.
But when did you discover you had the gift? Were you
when I started drawing the pictures in school?
Yeah.
I knew it. I just needed to invest time in.
So what is your creative process like?
Go through it.
Do you visualize something and then go on a canvas?
It's in my head.
Yeah.
it's in my head. I don't really sketch out too much before I do it. I go in. But I'll paint in spurts. I might take a year off painting, and when I get back to it, you may get 25, 30 paintings out of me all at once.
Oh.
Because everything is filled out. I've absorbed everything in reality, and I get away to go in the art studio and just paint for days, sometimes weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have this, like, you know, I guess inspiration in the moment, and it could take you for weeks when you're painting, and then when you would stop, you'd stop even for a whole year without touching it.
I can kick out 3 to 5 paintings a day. That's how I release everything.
Yeah.
I don't hold things. That's dangerous.
What's the one painting that, in the area that you've done that you will usually go back to in your head?
It was
because you know you have like murals and installations that you've done. What are some of the things that you go back and look at it just to?
Whatever I keep in my home, most likely. It's one I hold near and dear. It was a picture of me I drew in the beginning of high school that I saw maybe 10, 15 years later, and it was an image of me. I didn't have facial hair, but everything matched from that picture from high school. So,
what mediums do you prefer to work with? Have you experimented with different mediums over time? Yeah,
mainly acrylic, but I use pencil, Indian ink, and a chopstick. I use a lot of too. So just shave the chopstick, dip it in a bottle of Indian ink, and go for it.
Tell us about some of the artwork you brought today.
The one called Pack Heart is with the heart shape with the book bag. That's more of having heard news from people and holding it, packing it up. Everything people tell you, you keep packing and packing and packing. And after a while, he starts to cry. The newspaper at the bottom is symbolic of people hearing things, news in general. Other ones spaced out, it's numbers on there. Metal, it's just being distracted and plugged into something just by seeing.
It has 3 alien figures.
Yes.
Supposedly in space.
Yeah.
Is space a theme that you're drawn to?
To an extent. To an extent. I might have. Sometimes I go back and look at the paint and say, "Wow, I felt that way that day." Wow. So yeah.
What's the other one?
Souls of America, the 3-piece collection. That was at Greenbelt Federal Courthouse for a time. It's about the people who died for this country and who fought for the country for either civil rights or just the right to be able to go in stores and drink water or anything.
What were you going for with this?
How do you engage with the community? What is your relationship with your community?
Actually, the artwork relates to them. Every age group. Because I found out that's what we have in common. It doesn't matter. Any race, they want to know what it means. Every one of my paintings means something. Yeah.
Do you feel different people will take different meanings for one piece of art?
Yeah, they will, but they always ask for some reason.
They will ask you
if they can get if I'm in arm's reach. They'll say, "Hey, what is this?" And once we discuss it,
you want sometimes people to take away their own meanings in an artwork.
Yeah, they can. That's the beauty of
them
art.
in a different way.
Yeah. And however they take it, it kind of lets you know where they stand as individuals.
What are you working on right now?
Oh, right now I am started a whole new collection. I'm on painting number 6. So I just started this week.
So it's like a sequence of paintings that have the same theme?
Yeah. Okay. It's been about I'd say about 8 months, almost a year, since I painted last time.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm ready. And I do have.
So when do you know you're ready?
If I deal with a piece of art too much where I'm starting to mess it up, that's when I know. I say leave me alone. Let me leave it alone. Yeah.
And then after a while, you find some inspiration and you're like, let me go back to it.
No, I like to get it done.
Oh, okay.
I like to get it done. just finish the thing. If I am stumped with something, after I do about 4 or 5, then I'll be like, no, I got to go back. And by that time, I'm inspired to finish whatever needs to be finished.
Got you.
Yeah.
Edward Young III, thank you so much
Yes,
for coming
thank you
to
so much,
chat
sir.
with us and
Yes.
share your artwork. It's the first time I've had anybody describe their artwork as testimonial. I think that's pretty deep.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much.
No, thank you.